Vanessa.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Vanessa. So guys, I know I've been missing for a while. It's alright, we'll talk about it. I'm going to gist you guys about what is going on in my life. I have quite a lot going on at the moment, and like I'm going to share it with you guys. And at the same time, I'm going to take care of my skin. So literally my skincare routine, I really don't do much, and I'm not a beauty guru, but I tried my best and I know what works for me. But if you feel like it works for you too, I will drop the names in the description box and you can check it out. So this video is going to be a life update video, my skincare routine, and I'm also going to talk about law school because I've received quite a lot of questions concerning what to wear to law school, do's and don'ts, and I'm going to try my best to answer all the questions. So this is how my skin looks like. I don't know if it's clear enough. How my skin looks like without any products. So I'm bare, no oil, nothing. All I did was I washed my face with, I used the thick health soap, black soap. So this is how it looks like. It's basically, that's hard. It's basically like butter. You just put a little bit on your sponge and you're good to go. So now I'm going to use the brightening face wash from the fake store still. It's a mixture of turmeric, lemon, and some other good stuff. It's good on my skin, so yeah. So life update. So at the end of 2019, I got called to the Nigerian bar, which is pretty great, but like I couldn't share my excitement with anybody because I was in a dark place. Like I wasn't happy with myself, and I wasn't happy with like the results I was getting in my life. So like I was depressed for a bit, but that's okay. I'm over it. Like I guess I felt that way because I kept making plans and pushing and trying harder, but like every single time I made a plan, it failed. So I was frustrated. I was really frustrated, and I didn't get why I was failing. But then I guess man makes plans, but God disposes. So I had to understand that it's all part of my process, and that at the end of the day, that God knows what's best. I had to trust in his plan for me, and that is what I'm doing right now. I'm not even stressing it. So when law school results came out, I think 3 days before my birthday, 3 or 2 days, or maybe 1 day before. I'm not quite sure of the dates because, like I said, I wasn't in a good place. When results came out, I was so scared. I thought I wasn't going to make it. So at the start, I had already told my friend, like I guess you guys know her, Sarah. If you don't know her, she's in like a lot of my videos. I told her that I couldn't check my results because I was so anxious. So I had to send her like my details for her to like check for me. And the night before, I heard like there were rumors that law school results were meant to come out like the next day. The night before, I was just in a really bad mood. I was in a really bad mood, and like Sarah wasn't around, she had traveled. So I really like was on my own that night. I wasn't talking to nobody. I literally switched off my phone. I told everybody good night. I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody, I don't want any phone calls. Good night. And I slept off. So 6 a.m. I hear somebody knocking at my door, and I'm like, who is that? And one of my other friends, is more like a brother to me, like literally told me, Vanessa, open up. And like reality hit me. Like I knew it had come out, but like I wanted to delay it so bad. I woke up, opened up the door, and he's like, law school results are out. And I was frozen for a bit. I legit tried opening like the website to check myself, but like it wasn't going through. And in my mind, I'm like, God, is that a sign? Is that a sign that I had failed? I was all over the place, man. Like I was all over the place. So Sarah called and like I sent her my details, and all I could do was like wait for feedback because I clearly couldn't do it. Like I was pacing, I was a wreck. So she sent the results to my brother, and he then told me, babes, I have your results. And I'm like, just tell me, like, did I fail or did I pass? And he's like, I passed. And then he showed me the result. That in that moment, yeah, I knew that I had passed, but like I wasn't happy with my grades. Like, to be honest, I expected like something else, and what I got was less than what I expected. So I couldn't even talk, like I couldn't move, like I was so heartbroken. I felt my heart break. I legit I told him, thank you, can you like send me the results on WhatsApp? And I sent him out of my room, closed my door, climbed on my bed, and I cried my life out. I cried, and then I called my mom. I called my mom and I was like, hi mommy, results are out. And she goes, what happened? I was already crying. So she's like, you're scaring me. My mom gets scared at everything. Like if I text her and I tell her that, mommy, please call me back. Oh, she'll just call me back and be like, what's up? Are you okay? She's just immediately scared. My mom was like, I'm freaking her out. Please just tell me, like, did you pass? Did you fail? And I said, I passed. And she said, oh my god, that is great news. And then I was like, but I'm not happy with my grade. And the funny thing is, I was expecting her to be like, oh, you didn't get this, why didn't you get first class, why did you get this, I'm so disappointed. And my mom goes, it could have been much worse. Like, I felt some sort of relief, but like I was so heartbroken, all I could do was cry. Like I legit was just crying. I was crying and I was telling her that I'm so sorry for like being a disgrace and all whatnot. I'm so sorry for like not having the grade I was supposed to have. And she kept on consoling me. She kept on telling me, it's okay, like there's much worse that could have happened. You could have failed. Like I had classmates who died, and like basically just telling me how lucky I am to still be alive, and I made it. So my birthday came. My birthday was on the first off, results were supposed to come out. Results was supposed to come out on the 9th of November, and my birthday is the 8th of November. So I thought that I would have at least my birthday and then the next day, but then it came out before my birthday. I'm not sure of like when exactly, but it was before my birthday. My birthday came and I really didn't want to do anything. I felt like I did not deserve it, so I didn't want to go out. And then Sarah came back, Ahmed came back, like my family here was back. So everybody was like, no, you can't stay at home, we're going to go out. And they all took me out. We went out, went to Twin Towers, had a good time. It was such a relief because at least it took my mind off it for a bit before I had to face reality. So I think after that we had preparations for call to bar. You have to go to Abuja to do clearance and all of that. So I had to pay my tickets, sort out accommodation, like do all the good stuff. I would probably do another video for call to bar and like call to bar preparations where I got my wig and stuff like that, and I'll put in videos so you guys can see how call to bar was. I really wasn't, like I said, I wasn't in a good place. I wasn't talking to people. Like the most I did was to post stuff on social media, and even at that, like my friends literally pushed me to post because I wasn't going to post. I felt like, why am I posting when I didn't have the first class? And my friend was Sarah literally was like my rock, like she prepared me for all the things I was about to face. She literally just told me that, guy, you realize that a lot of people failed. And it hit different because like of one of my classmates who died when going home. It's different when you don't know the person. Like it still hurts, but like I knew him on a personal level, and like he was really smart. And for the fact that like literally a month before results, like he died, and God gave me the opportunity. He showed the mercy and grace. I can't, like, I don't deserve it, but then I am alive, I'm kicking, and once there's life, there's hope. So I posted up on social media, and everybody, I had a cousin who texted me. She told me, I thought you failed because you were not talking. I did not reply to anybody's messages, and I was like, no, I passed. And it became like, after that, I started hearing stories of those people who wanted to commit suicide. People wrote suicide notes and all whatnot, and I was just really glad that I passed in the end. So yeah, sorry, I'm just waiting for this to dry off so I can wipe it off. So I literally have my face towel and like a bit of water in a bucket. It's not 100% yet. I'll wash it off soon. So law school. So law school was an experience for me, to be honest. Like, law school brought me out of my shell. It made me realize that, like, there is more to the world. I'm so glad that I actually was opportunity to come to law school, because if you knew me before and you know me now, like, you can clearly see that there's progress. Like, the experience alone changed my life. So bar one, there's I can't remember her name, but there was a lady in the comment section who asked me about like bar one and bar two. So for starters, when I was coming to law school, I did not know like what to expect. I did not know what to wear and all of that. But then when you go on like when you research law school on Google, there was this babe I found. Like, she has a blog. Her name is Aisha Fuller. So from her blog, it was a little bit easier for me. Like, I did shopping according to the items I found on the blog, and to be fair, I wasn't disappointed. Like, all of it did not check out, but the vast majority of it checked out. So you get, for clothes, when you're coming for bar one or even bar two, you get like jacket skirts, suit skirts. You're not allowed to wear trousers. You get white button-up shirts. It can either be 3/4 or long sleeved. You get white tops. It can be chiffon or cotton. It just depends on you, but it has to be 3/4 or long sleeved, like little or no cleavage. It has to look professional. Your skirts and your dresses like have to be below knee level. And then for shoes, you're allowed to wear just leather shoes, no suede, no mercury. Your hair should be packed behind at all times. They don't allow your hair to like fly at the front, like literally, not with like a band or whatever. Just tie it behind, or use like a rubber band and pack your hair. What did I forget? Yeah, hair colors, you're restricted to like black, brown, sober colors. So if you're going to put a little bit of color in your hair, it should really not be visible. So it should be dark. Oh, for dresses, you can wear a blue dress, blue or gray, but then it has to be like the darkest shade of blue or gray. Like, you know, this charcoal gray, like proper gray. It's so dark you can't tell the difference between black and gray. Yeah, so if you're going to have like a blue or gray dress, it should be really dark. Jewelry, like small earrings, you're not really allowed like jewelry proper. And that was it for bar one, I guess. Oh no, so you're not allowed to take bottled water to class. You're allowed to take, like, you need a transparent bottle where you like put your water in it and you take to class. But funny enough, when I went to bar one in Abuja campus, like people took bottled water to class and it wasn't really a big deal. But for bar two, I did my bar two in Lagos campus. Lagos doesn't allow bottled water. Like, they check your bags at the door, so if you have a bottle, you have to drop it in the bin. So it literally just depends on what campus you're going to. So by our advice, you just get your bottle and like avoid trouble. Like, maybe Abuja campus has changed this year, like, you never know. so it's better safe than sorry. So yeah, no food to class. You can have sweets, or you can sneak in biscuits, but you're not allowed any of that in class. You have break time to go out and do whatever. For dressing for girls, I think that is pretty much it. If I remember anything, I will add it. For men, basically suits, jacket, trousers, white shirts, black leather shoes, white or black socks. I think white or black. Like I don't really know like that for male dressing, but like I saw white or black socks. So yeah, white or black socks. Black suit, like plain black suits, no like gold trimmings, no gold cufflinks, stuff like that. No, not allowed. You must wear a tie. So you must have your tie at all times. For bar one, for bar one they don't share the scarves yet. They share the scarves in part two. So for bar one, you have to bring like black ties for class. And like if you're not wearing a tie, you go back. Like you can wear your white shirt and trousers and shoes with your tie and come to class, but you can't wear, if that even makes any sense. Basically, you can wear your shirt and trousers and tie, or your jacket, shirt, trousers and tie. That is it for men. Like there's no negotiation. For Lagos campus, for bar 2, Lagos is the strictest campus on dressing. So for bar 2, they're not really particular about like what bag you use to class. Oh my god, I forgot. So for bar 1, you need transparent bags. So that is all you take to class. Like the bag has to be see-through. Like I should be able to see what is in your bag. So sorry, I had to wash this off. So like I said, like you take only transparent bags to class. So you need to buy a see-through bag. You should be able to see like everything through. A see-through purse as well. But when I was leaving Cameroon, I tried buying like a see-through bag on Cameroon, and I really didn't see any. But when you get to Buari, that's where law school in Abuja, for bar 1, they have a mami market that sells all of those things. So it's easy for you to like get a bag off campus. I think it should be about 1,500 naira if I'm not mistaken. Prices may have gone up, I'm not sure. So guys, I'm sorry because this video is like limited to babes only, because I really am not sure about what you're supposed to wear as a guy. So guys, like sorry, back to like what I was doing. I didn't use a face scrub because like my face is a little delicate, and like sometimes when I use the face wash, I decide not to use the face scrub so that my face doesn't get irritated. But normally I use the St. Ives mild face scrub. So this is St. Ives black head clearing green tea scrub. Trying to get focus. Yeah, that. So now that I've taken off the turmeric face wash, I'm literally just going to tone my face. I would have done like a face mask or whatever, but then like I said, my face is really delicate, and like I don't want to put a lot of stuff on my face because I end up reacting to all of it. So I have days for face mask and all whatnot, and today is not the day. But then what I use for face mask, I don't know if you know about like Longrich face mask. So it works wonders for me. So this is how it looks like. Basically that is what I use on my face when I want to use a face mask. So for toner, I'm using still from the fake store. So this is in chamomile and tea tree oil for acne prone skin. Like obviously I have acne prone skin. It's a little washed off, so you might not see that. So yeah, back to law school. So when I went to law school for bar 1, all the advice I got, everybody told me chill, enjoy the process, it's not that serious, make friends, have a life, because in bar 2 you're going to be stressed out. that is very true. Like bar one is really not that serious. That is why in bar one they advise you not to like buy a whole lot of textbooks so you don't regret it. And like majority of the stuff you buy in bar one, textbooks, not the laws notes, majority of the stuff you buy in bar one, you end up not using it for bar two. So they advise you to use like online notes or like lecture notes. That is up to you. So I really didn't buy any textbooks for bar one. I have online notes which I downloaded off Aisha Fuller's blog. So you can check out the blog on Google, or you can send me an email and I'll send you a copy of the notes. And for bar two, I really can't tell you what textbook to buy for bar two because they give you, I don't know if they do that for all campuses, but for Lagos campus they gave us a list of books that they thought was best for particular courses. So at the start of the school year they'll give you like a rundown of the textbooks you should buy and all of that. So I'll really not be giving advice on what books to buy. But then back to what I was saying, bar one is really not that serious. Bar one is a time for you to like get to know people, to relax. There are a lot of parties in bar one. You can go out and all whatnot. But then I will not advise you to completely, like some people just had fun and they forgot to read. So the thing is, bar one is not that serious because you don't have a grade in bar one. So literally on your results slip you have pass or fail. They don't even give you like, there's no they don't even give you the courtesy of writing pass. Like they just write P. So if you fail you see F. So most people don't take it seriously because like it's P or F anyways, so we might as well ball. But let me tell you something, in that bowling please read, like even if it's the bare minimum, like there's no cutoff mark, you just literally have to pass. And if you fail bar one you can't go to bar two. So in midst of the partying and all whatnot, just read your books. And if you're not Nigerian like me, that means you paid your school fees in dollars. I'm going to talk about the fees as well. And like it's a whole lot of money, like you won't want to waste that money. So talking about school fees for non-Nigerians, I'm Cameroonian. I paid for bar one, I paid $3,000 for bar one. You have accommodation inclusive of the school fees, so you don't have to pay for accommodation unless if you want to get like accommodation off campus, and there's no option for like paying less because you're not living on campus. You must pay the required fee, so that is literally up to you. And Abuja has the best accommodations out of all the law school campuses, so Abuja is really the best. So I would advise you not to get accommodation off campus. I would advise you to save that money because you're going to need it in part two. So in part two I paid approximately $2,000 and 260,000 naira. After that, accommodation is still inclusive in the school fees. But if you've been to Lagos campus, you know that Lagos campus is small, and like the accommodations are really not the best. They have to, they're in need of renovations and all whatnot. So what most students do is they pay for accommodation, which is what I did. So you pay for accommodation. There's a regular hostel which is in the school fees, and the executive hostel which is not in the school fees, so you have to pay extra for that. So you have rooms of 2 people and you have single bedrooms. So it just depends on your budget and it depends on what you want, and the prices vary. Prices are different. Regular hostel, you have regular hostel with like a room of 5, 6 or 7. So most people most people prefer to just get the executive, or they get accommodation out of campus. And yeah, so guys, I think I'm done with my life update because right now all I feel is gratitude. It's really been tough. It's been a tough couple of months because getting through all of that and having to figure out my next step has taken me a whole lot of time. But then I am glad, God saw me through. I am happy to be alive. I'm grateful, and like I can't even be sad because I could have been dead, or something worse could have happened to me, but like I'm completely fine, and all I can do is just to be grateful to God. And sorry, my final step is oil. So still from the fix store, it's their turmeric brightening oil. I use that only on my face, by the way. So like I was saying, all I can feel is gratitude. I can only be grateful to God for what he has done for me. Many people wanted to pass and they can't. Like people were literally there are people who literally beg for my grade, and like I have it and I'm not grateful enough. But I'm glad that God made it possible for me. I'm glad that he saw me through, and this is the end of it for me. I'm glad that I was called to the Nigerian bar, and like I will soon be called to the Cameroonian bar when I go home soon. And for somebody who is my age, that is a whole lot of progress, and I'm grateful for it. I'm literally just grateful for my process, and I can't thank God enough. So guys, if you liked my video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. And if there's any question that I did not answer, please drop a comment in the comment section and I'll try to answer them in my next video. So as for my skin, sorry, I'm trying to get focused. This is the final results. On a regular day, no, not on a regular day, like if it was at night and I did this in the evening, I use the Ives here. So it's the Ives Sebo Vegetal Purifying Backup Powder Zero Blemish Gel Cream, but I rather use that in the night when I'm about sleeping, so in the morning I get like the full benefits of it. So yeah, this is my skin. This is my skin. Papangs, papangs, papangs. The NEPA won't let me. See you guys. Bye. I love y'all. Party after party. Party after party. Party after party. After party after.